continuing on, the data from Euro JPY was crap, and I'm not sure why, but it was just bad. Maybe it was time of year. The price action on the chart was crap. So what I've done is I've gone onto my FTMO account, a phase one that I passed, and I picked out a couple of best pairs that that I want to test next. That were my best pairs traded. USD Chef happened to be one of them. So what I'm going to do is test that next and just go from there. Try and find the best pairs that I want to trade. Yeah, this is the only amount of trades from April, only 4 trades. So realistically, we're not going to be trading that pair. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to actually do that. What we can do now, though, is paste that in. Oh, what the hell have I done there? Did that just glitch out, or did I make it? Did that? Right, okay. Is that fine then? And I just accidentally... Is it still all good? All right, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, so what we're going to do is change this, obviously, to USD CHF. And then go from there. So we're trading US dollar versus the Canadian Swiss dollar, or Swiss, whatever it is, franc. Yeah, so let's get some new data up on here. Again, we're obviously going to start April. I don't know if it'll be the 10th, so I won't bother putting that in. Let's Chef. Again, it's in there because I've traded it before. And there's probably a reason I had to retype EJ in there as well. So there you go. Probably a little note for myself there is to try and stick to the pairs that are in here because they're pairs that I've traded previously. Okay, so this is April 10th is going to be the next day, and actually we might, well, I was going to say we might have a trade straight away, but price absolutely obliterates to the downside without it. Oh, gone too far. So we can come to the next day. That one just gets left behind. Well, obviously it did make the move. We just weren't on the pair at that time because we had started on April 10th. That just happened to be the date that I picked out on the random generator the other day. So that's what we're testing. Yeah, so we can come here, again, the closest daily level. And we're just trading the same way we've been trading. We're just looking for a 1 hour sweep of liquidity, that engulfing candle, or sweep and close below. And then that's it. So close in our direction, close back in the range, whatever you want to call it. And then trade from there. So coming into a new week as well. London, so we're going a bit sideways. Again, hopefully, what I'm hoping with these USD pairs, and that will get moves in New York, if that makes sense, and obviously London. So New York prints up, goes in. We do close back within the range, probably get a reaction. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. So again, we gone above this high, swept this high, and got a reaction down. Probably should have took that trade. What we can do, there isn't going to be enough RR, is there? No. So there you go, we've missed out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to journal it anyway because I need to, like I said, I need to gain confidence in taking the trades where we sweep and close below. Okay, so the target would be down there. That is 2R already as well. So we go break even. Let's print price out. Asia could potentially get a London set up. Yeah. We go up. Yep. No, slow down. Because that's the candle. So we can move this trade, which we will journal. And we'd take another entry on the next day here because we've swept liquidity in the opposite direction. So now price should have no reason to go back above the London high of the day potentially, and puts in just below the external range. But we're going to take the trade for 1 to 2R. Let's see what happens. Let's close that down. Oh, London, New York comes back up. Puts in a New York high of the day, which again, I'm still going to journal that. I'm going to have to do a bit of journaling here. We've now had that engulfing candle, so we can then take the same trade again. We are on a pair that is USD based, and this is now nearly a 1 to 3. So this could be the move. No, it's not. So that's 3. So a loss and 2 wins, basically. Yeah. No, 2 losses and a win. because this would be floating at break even. Let's see how this plays out. It's a bit scrappy to start, I'm not going to lie to you. London. Oh, still valid, you know. Take that. No, I wouldn't take it because of these. Which is now taken. Just not the sort of PA I want to be trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to journal these 3 trades quickly because, yeah. So we got one trade at 14th of April at 10 a.m. What day was that? Monday, the 14th of April at 10 a.m. Monday, 14th of April, 10 a.m. Session, New York, short. And we did get that nice move down straight away, which is cool. So we'll put that as a win for 2R if that was what we was doing. And then with our other strategy, yes. We haven't got that yet. We don't know if that's even there. And it was a close in the range. And what I want to do here actually, let's quickly delete these just for a second. Because what I want to do is just take a screenshot of that example, put it in here. Oh, that's a shame. You can't put a picture in. I can put that link, so that's fine. Right, so now I have an example of that closing. I know what I want, but I just want to make sure that it's all there. We didn't hit the external range yet, and price hasn't really done much since either. We would have gone 2R. Trade would technically still be running, and then we took 2 losses. Let's get them back up on the chart. So then we took a loss in the next day, Tuesday the 15th at 4 a.m. Tuesday the 15th at 4 a.m. I know the next trade was on the same day because I tried to do the same thing in the New York session and it didn't work out. What time was the next one? Yeah, we took that at 11 a.m. That fouled. Oh, I've got to take that multi thing off. 4, and then 11. Right, so that was London. We went short. We went New York. We went short. No problem. Loss. -1. -1. No. Right. We don't know if this is that. So that was engulfing in. Yeah, so it was an engulfing in London and an engulfing in NY, and they both didn't play out, which is cool. What I want to do again is take a screenshot of them because I want to show PA going wrong as well as doing well. Because obviously this engulfs both sides, takes levels, didn't do it. Again, takes both sides. What I'm going to do is actually just to draw my eyes to it at a later date because may not obviously remember exactly what I was looking at. And what we need to do is save that as one dot. Like that. So now we have that, and then obviously what we can do is just put them up there on that chart. So now we know that that's what it did, and the same there actually. Yeah, so we know, and then we can just draw our eyes to that one. We literally know what we're looking at that point. Copy link. Let's get them in there. Boom. And then let's clear this chart of its noise and continue onwards. Oh, that trade was still running, so let's leave that. I do believe. Oh no, I think it just got taken out of break even, didn't it? Later on in the week. Okay, so the actual external range does get taken on the daily. So the move does play out. Look, we got it there. Boom, 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 boom. It just took for ages for some reason. Maybe there was no news or something. I don't know. Start of the month. I don't know. But the internal to external did play out. So that's cool. We'll note that one down. Actually, sorry. I don't even think we got taken out on that other trade. The one that technically I didn't enter, but for the journaling's sake, yeah, we didn't. So that actually won at 5.64R. 5.64. And then obviously these lost -1. -1. All right, sweet. So yeah, so that would have been like 5 times. Yeah, so it's cool. It would have been like a couple grand on the 100k accounts. If that's because it's one basing it off. Obviously, you can stack it up, double it, whatever you want to do with your data to make it realistic. The internal to external did play out. So again, that was complete. I need to add that. Complete, complete, complete. Yeah. Again, it's nice to know when the model on the higher time frame is actually playing out. Cool, this PA was crap, but it did what we wanted it to do. It made the move. So now we're coming into this fair value gap, which has been respected already in time. But what we're not going to do is let it distract us from the most recent fair value gap, which is where we want to be looking to go long from. We may get caught. It doesn't really matter. The whole point in backtesting is to see if that's now an area to go and smash through fast, or we're going to respect it again. And that's the whole point of backtesting. So to gain confidence in trading, especially in something that you haven't traded before. Again, the level hasn't been tagged, so there's nothing for me. At 4 a.m. Oh, we're coming down. 4 p.m. even. I was gonna see if we've actually created a new gap. We haven't, but the external range is now higher up than the original one, which means it's been taken. So I'm going to take this with a bit of caution and err on the side of caution here and genuinely see what happens, because I'm a bit unsure. I'm a little bit in the dark with what to expect if we actually do tag in. Is it valid or is it invalid? I'm not sure. Okay, so now we can move down in New York. Big move. Would not be going long anywhere around here, to be honest, or this whole day, in fact. One more hour and we look like we're going to be near enough disrespected the daily level. So going into the next day, we'd look for longs, but again, being very, very cautious, because potentially we're going to make a new low and go for the lows again. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. Kind of a guessing game at this point. There's no clear direction for me. Let's see what happens. London, New York. Nothing here that's clear and obvious, to be honest. So again, what happens? We have respected this daily level, so we can still go bullish. That's literally all I can take from it at this point. The direction of our bias has not changed. We are still bullish. Again, need some sort of liquidity sweep now to the downside. It's just not happening. PA is really quite bad. Yeah, it's not great. I'm not going to lie. PA is terrible. We are slowly working our way back up, and we have closed outside this daily fair value gap now, so it gives me a bit more confidence that we are going to continue higher, and that is going to be our draw. So we can just push price on. Asia, we need to see a sweep in the opposite direction, which is the lows, not the highs. Price just seems to have made the move without us, to be honest. Which again is cool, it's fine. It just maybe not a great pair. I don't know yet until we get a bit more further into the day. The fact that they are forming on the daily is nice. We now created relative equal highs. We know we're bullish. We know we've respected this level, which we was a bit unsure about earlier on in the week. So we're just looking for continuations at this point, to be honest. but we do need them liquidity sweeps to the downside before entering anything. So like that is a liquidity sweep in London. We now put in relative equal lows. We have had that engulfing candle, so I'm going to trade it knowing that we have relative equal lows there, to be honest, and that's fucking risky. But the strategy says if we sweep, which we've taken out this low here, then we can trade it. So let's see how it reacts. And it goes lower. So we got shafted and absolutely tears lower, which is fine. New York and starts to make the move. Comes right back. The PA is really, really bad. Look at it. So that's obviously, look at where price ended. It got taken out. So that's Friday, the 2nd of May at 4. 2nd of May, Friday at 4. London, long, loss. -1. What was it? An engulfing candle. I don't know if it's even completed yet because PA is crap. We still respected the level, so see London take out some levels lower. Does not want to. New York tries. We do get an engulfing candle again. It's just too late. And to be honest, we just seem like we're heading back down that way, which is again still respecting it. But this PA has been shit. To be honest, that's the problem. It's been crap, and it's not. I don't think the strategy is struggling. It's just the PA is bad. So yeah, we're just still respecting the level. We just got to keep going and see if we can get a move. It's literally no move. This was the only valid one, and that was kind of shit because we had these levels, but we took it anyways, just so that we could get the data on it. Asia, want to see them lows taken. Still continuing to the side, which is really quite worrying of how long this is going to continue. We're still inside the daily level. Fucking hell, man. At this point, we need some move. Like that's a nice move. It's not convincing, is it? Like this is no engulfing here. Yes, we took the level. We're inside the 1 hour fair value gap. Yes, we have closed above. Technically, you could take it, but it's just not. That's just not it. New York's just shredding to the downside as well. Like it's actually quite crazy to see. I'd be kind of excited if we just break lower at this point. Ugh. All right, then we've respected it again. So we're still respecting the daily level. It's really holding price. We now had an engulfing candle on a daily, and we also had it there as well. So let's see. This might be now the move. Let's hope for it. It's starting to become ridiculous, the amount of liquidity that's building up here. We've got relative equal highs, all these levels, Asia, London. That's crazy. Ideally here, I would like to see Asia and then come into this level. I feel like that's the last sweep there, hopefully, if we're going to go bullish. London, we did need a move into. That's not it. New York, I'm going to be looking for something to come back down. And it's going to provide the move without any entry again. It's so jarring. It still hasn't taken that high. Yep, now it takes high. So after all of that crap PA, it gave no move and absolutely shredded up during this London and shredded up here during NY with nothing, no entry, not one entry. We didn't have an engulfing candle. We didn't have a close above, literally nothing. Just done what it done. It didn't even take this low. Is what it is. The actual trade did play out and end up hitting, which is kind of crazy. I need to upload that PA because that is fucking ridiculous. I mean, in the end, it actually did go internal to external. It just took like 2 weeks, which is fucking crazy, to be honest. That is what it is. There's literally nothing you can do about it. You just gotta keep going, I guess. Go for the next pair, next trade. Not next pair even. We just gotta go on the next trade, literally. Technically, like I said, that was external. It did do whatever. It did do the move. Just really took some silliness of time, but we'll go again. We continue. We're in May. Hopefully, May provides better PA for this bet. This is why I trade multiple pairs, because I hate playing around when it does this. I'd have monitored that every single day in that PA as well. That's what's ridiculous about it. Now we've broke through that bullish fair value gap as well. This one, bearish even. So now, hopefully, we see some consistent bullish PA. That would be the ideal situation. See if the dollar can actually give us some, because it don't really seem to have been doing it so far. Where are we? We're on Tuesday. Asia. And then comes down. Whoa, big engulfing candle. And whenever you see them engulfing candle, the move is fucking ridiculous the next hour. London. I'm going to wait for sign in New York, potentially. Nope. Okay, so I know we've respected it on the daily, but had no move yet. So now, which again, there's no initial move to enter off to get like the whole massive RR off of it, or like to get the whole move from the internal to the external, because there's no internal level for me to go off, especially on the 1 hour. The only one that was actually valid was that just before London, I wouldn't have entered, and it would have ripped lower anyways. We didn't close above here. It was out of session. New York just pumped up, so potentially just come for a retap. See what price does in the next day. So see, yeah, so that's what I was going to say. If we can see that Asia level taken. Nothing in London, potentially in NY. I was going to say that's probably an entry, so I'm actually going to take it. It's risky because this may end up going against the daily. But again, for the sake of it, I'm going to, because we've got this 1 hour level, don't really see price wanting to come lower potentially, unless we're wrong. If we're completely wrong on the direction, then obviously, of course, it can come lower. But if we're not, that could be the potential move. We've had the engulfing candle, so let's see what happens. A bit of volume would be nice to the right side. No. So we got shagged again, no problem. 11 a.m. Thursday, 15th of May. Again, this is not looking like a great pair so far, to be honest. Did we get lucky with the first 2 pairs? I don't know, but it's just not great. I've got to be honest. 11 a.m. Obviously, the strategy works to a fucking T. It's really overpowered, but the PA on these charts have been so bad. A loss. So we may beat our losing streak. We've had maximum 5 before. Let's see. So what happened? We didn't obviously close. We didn't disrespect, so we can still look for longs. See what happens. London comes down. Of course, now it wants to shoot up. I wouldn't take it. I'll wait for sign in New York, like New York continuation. Potentially, no, we would have missed it from the times. So we'll see what happens next day, maybe. That's a weekend. See what I mean? It's really crap. Again, the level's still there. It's still being respected. London comes down. Got to see something here. Again, no, nothing. New York. I wouldn't take that, obviously, because we haven't taken out this low. Yeah, we took it here, but it didn't close back above. Yes, that closed above and it's engulfing. it just weren't for me. Didn't like the look of it. That's why I didn't take it. Asia, again, we're still respecting that fucking level, man, but it's just not giving nothing. Now swept that low again. Nothing. These fake moves. And finally, it's put us out of our misery, and that is the wrong direction. The PA on this chart has been shocking. So what we can do here is that fouled, and it was a engulfing candle. Let's put a little screenshot of that in there, just because why not? And again, shit PA. Didn't really, trade weren't A plus. Might not. It's what it is. It's good data collection either way, whatever happens. So straight into potentially a short position now on the next day. Well, like the next day created the position. So we see what happens. Genuinely, it's really crap because it's just giving us no trades to even get in again on a later day. It's just sort of up and down, up and down. Okay, we come up in MY. We haven't closed below though, so there's going to be no trade for me here. Into the next day, we know the daily respected the level. We need a sweep in opposite direction, doesn't give it. And it looks like it's going to go with us. And it does the move without us. There's no trade here. And don't close below. No engulfing candle. There's no trade. It's just ridiculous. There was an actual internal to external move. We didn't get it. It wasn't there. And I don't think that's a timing thing. I think that's just genuinely this chart is just fucking shit at this point in the time as well. The PA is crap. And you can see it. You can even feel it, funny enough. Obviously, depending on people's experience, but you can feel the PA being crap. Hence why it's just coming back up. There was a tiny one there, but I ain't taking that the way this chart looks. Look at it. Oh, God. That I am inclined to take because we're short. We've got this low here as well. And to be honest, the only time it actually moves is when it's going lower. So let's just pull this out, see what happens. It's just so disheartening because I know the strategy works. And this is what happens in real life, in real time. Like, you're getting caught in that. If you only trade this pair, that's just, it's a nightmare. But luckily, I trade all pairs. So I know at this time of year on other pairs, the market was moving nice. So we need to tag into that daily level first. Get that tag in. No, we don't. Potentially, coming into the next day, Asia highs get taken. Now they do. Nothing for me. It really struggles to get out of this area, doesn't it? Need the high taken. Could have took it off this engulfing candle, but the way the PA is and the way this is coming to the end of the day, now look at what happens. We could potentially completely nullify that trade. On the daily, where the level's near enough, or it has been ran through at this point. So again, with the way it is, just not even going to bother. Starts to respect it, comes back up, doesn't know what it's doing. Technically speaking, it didn't respect it, so it's what it is. Again, a potential external to internal to external actually did happen, but there was no trade for me. And this chart's starting to become very frustrating. We're flying through the months again, and we're not really getting any setups. It's just sort of doing the moves with no trade for me, which is a bit of a weird one to look at, but it's what it is. That's putting in a new day, so probably going to actually close and give us a new fair value gap potentially. Let's see. Yep, probably. I'm going to just move that on another day. Yep. Let's take this, clone that, move that down there. And go again. And we're just looking for this one. I ain't going to do too much more on this chart because I just ain't enjoying it as much today with these pairs. It's just so sloppy. Look at it. Again, no move. Price going without us. To be honest, I'm probably going to just call it there, to be fair. I just don't like it. Like, it's just not even tagging in. Look at it, it's just rallying lower. It's nothing for me. I'm not going to force it. We'll end it there on the 30th of June. Again, look at the date difference. You know what I mean? Like, this is why you trade all the pairs. Yeah, this is why I trade all the pairs. Hopefully, we can break this loss streak as well. But if you look at that, like, that's just shit. And both these pairs have been really bad. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, gonna end that one there.